Paid paternity. The dad? The girl was standing by the sparkling red booth, sneakers scuffed and jacket about a size too small. She examined me with tender, sad eyes. Her mom knocked on the large window of the diner, put on a smile, and waved. The proprietor glanced at me and then nodded at the woman. She turned around reluctantly to slouch towards her second, maybe third job, hair wiry and lusterless. "I've no time for love," she told me over the phone. "No time to find someone to be a father for my girl." "Dad?" "Hi, yeah. Hello, sit. Please sit. Want something?" She probably wanted answers. Answers to "why'd you leave" sort of questions. Answers beginning with "I didn't want to, but..." Something to drink, I mean. "Would you like something to drink?" I rummaged through the pockets of my worn jacket. I could feel her staring at me. Out came gum wrappers, a bottle cap, a few receipts. What a joke, I thought. What kind of dad? Why would this girl, any child, where is it? Where's the damn? I finally produced a $10 bill and slid it over the faux marble table to her. Her mom had given me an extra $10 for ice cream. She'd insisted I take the money after seeing me the first time. "Get whatever you want and keep the change. Maybe if you save up enough, you can buy yourself some new shoes or something. Whatever you like." A line I'd prepared and practiced. A line Mom might have said to me once. A line a parent would say to their child. I wondered if my delivery was right. She looked at the crinkled $10 bill. She looked at me. She slid the bill back. "You keep it. I don't really like ice cream all that much." I got up and motioned for her to bring the cash and follow me to the counter, which the grinning proprietor was wiping carefully. We waited for him to stop and take our order. "Esme special. Get her one of those," he said, his eyes fixed on the gleaming countertop he was still wiping. Never met a kid who didn't like it. "Would you like one?" Clutching the money tight to her chest, she shook her head and ran back to the booth. I thought a good parent would buy one anyway, so I searched for some more bills. I knew I had some more money. I knew it. I sensed the girl's gaze again, searching faster, refusing to turn around and face her, thinking how pathetic I looked, thinking jumbled. Why didn't I even agree to this? I should just leave. The owner stopped cleaning, looked at me and sighed. "Hey kid, don't worry about it. If you haven't got the dough." I felt the waxy paper and produced another crumpled $10 bill before he could finish his sentence. He unraveled the note and said, "Anything for the kids." Embarrassing for me, and who knows what for the girl. A disappointment, if anything. He gave me the change and began to scoop out a globe of vanilla ice cream, his too tight white uniform pristine, stomach sagging, chest hair clawing over the collar. "How old's your girl?" 10. "That's a good age, a good time." He glanced at me. "I can see the resemblance. Her eyes, she got yours. You think?" The diner was empty except for us three, a place likely patronized by young couples acting out nostalgia for a past they never experienced. The girl sat in the booth, staring out the window at the sun melting between the city's skyscrapers. All those years of longing to be met with the likes of me. I considered leaving. I thought that would be better for her, better for me. I thought about telling her the truth. I thought about the prayers Mom whispers by my bed every night when she thinks I'm asleep. I thought about a great many things and ended up without much to say for all that thinking. I returned to the booth and sat silently with this girl who was not mine. Your phone's ringing. Your phone, Dad. What? Dad. Right. Phone. I had not heard my phone ring. I wondered who'd called. Old friends I have none to speak of. At least old friends who'd wonder enough about me to actually call, ask me how I've been, ask me about my life, my health, both of us feigning good humor. Empty talk better than no talk, perhaps. I took out my phone. One missed call. Mom, it said on the screen. Hey, I've got to return this. Just sit here. Your drink should be coming out soon. I walked out of the diner before the girl could answer. I stood where she couldn't see me, so I could maybe leave without her noticing. Let her mom come up with some explanation for my sudden departure. Give it up. This was the perfect time to just give up the act. But a second abandonment? Again, I sensed her gaze and felt a melting inside me. My back faced the diner window. I didn't want to see how she looked. It's me. Do you need something? No, just wondering how you were, how the job's going. When will you be home, kiddo? Fine, everything's fine. Look, I've got to go. I'm not supposed to be on the phone when I'm on set. Know that I'm happy for you and proud of you. I knew it was just a matter of time until your talent got noticed. Good night, Mom. Meet any nice girls, by the way? Life's hard enough. No need to face it alone. Don't stay up for me. Hey, kiddo, you can't bank on my sticking around much longer. Even you will have to go sometime. I hung up and gazed at the night sky speckled with climbing stars. I traced patterns, constellations of my own making, with my finger, just like I used to with my mom when I couldn't get to sleep. I thought about leaving again, but then I thought about the ceiling of glow-in-the-dark stars awaiting me at home, along with my childhood bed, and Mom, careworn, who I knew was sipping her third, maybe fourth cup of coffee in front of the TV, staying up, sleepily watching some or another leading man tell some or another leading woman that he could not live without her. Just to be out of the house was what I thought it was, not having to talk about a plan. Being out of sight was easier for me, easier for Mom. Her not seeing me, not seeing her, seeing me. There's Esme and her dad, the girl says, holding up a photograph for me to see. A black and white picture of the proprietor, hair dark and immaculate white shirt oversized, with his hairy arm around the scowling girl, posing in front of the diner. He told me about her while you were talking on the phone. He'd returned to wiping the counter. In front of the girl was a nearly empty glass, in it a creamy brown mixture lukewarm by then. I thought you don't like ice cream. Maybe I do. Just a little. I left a bit for you to try. Yeah. Want it? This was Esme's favorite. Spoon in hand, she said, smiling toothily. No, you enjoy. She scooped out whatever was left, scraped the sides, and consumed it all at once, leaving the glass clean. She shut her eyes, savoring the sweetness, just seeing her enjoy herself, free of thought. I remembered waiting for Fridays, because the weekend meant time with Mom, time not having to stay up to make sure she came home safe from work. The girl's eyes watered, those eyes that were supposedly like mine, that in some other life, perhaps, could have been of mine. She smiled sheepishly, said it was because of the drink. Brain freeze. Did you and Mom go to places like this? We never did, but my dad, your grandpa, used to take mom, your grandma, to places like this. Maybe he still goes if he's somewhere wandering around. I wish you'd come back. Actually, I knew you'd come back, Dad. Those girls in my class told me you left Mom and me because you didn't love us, didn't love me. I didn't know what to say. Her father had run off before she'd even been born, and I was there, at the diner, acting as him, to show his daughter that he'd returned for her, that he'd loved her the whole time he'd been gone, and that his being there, my being there, was perhaps answer enough to all her questions, that she'd been loved, that she was loved. Do you want him to come back? I did once when I was a kid, but I told myself to stop caring. Eventually, I think I did as best as I could. Do you miss him? I told myself that I couldn't miss someone who was never there. Work sometimes, even most of the time. But I find I still just start wondering what he's up to, where he might be. I don't think I'd even want many answers if he comes back. I guess. I don't know if I'd even want to see him. She nodded again, as if she understood. We talked empty for a while, time running without thought until we heard knocking on the diner window. Her mom, smiling, breath fogging up the glass. I wondered how long she could go on, running on nothing but her vision of her daughter's future. The girl ran out of the diner to greet her mom. I got up to leave, but the owner told me to wait. Bring your girl around again, won't you? Sure. I handed him back his photograph. How old's yours? She'd be 30. He looked around his well-kept establishment, chrome and cherry red decor glittering. She thought I loved this dump more than her. It's a nice place. Worth loving. Nah. Wasted most of my time here because I thought this would set her up for a future. And now she's... Yeah, well, it's too late anyway. You're right. It's late. Sorry for keeping you from closing your store. Listen, kid. Even though you can't always love him the right way, just being there trying, it's all you can do while you're both still around. Do you see that shooting star? That's just an airplane. What do you see then? I don't know, just a bunch of stars. I see all sorts of constellations. I can see you as a grown-up, smiling with all your adult teeth. It's not funny. Trust me, I can see your future. Don't tell me about it then. You'll just jinx it. It's getting late, her mom said. Say goodnight to your dad. The girl ran over and hugged me. My hand moved on its own, tapping her lightly on her head. I didn't even have to think about it. She returned to her mom, who told the girl to wait while the adults talked. Can I rely on you to keep this up? Her mom whispered. I don't know how long I can lie to your girl. Look at you. Here, take this. She tried to slip me some more money. Nah, I don't want the money. What do you want then? It's not like I can get someone else to be your dad now. I looked at the girl, peering into the diner. The owner was waving at her. Didn't she deserve this? Even if it was just a lie. Didn't she deserve her father's love? But if she finds out, what could anyone say? Will I have been enough for her? How would I tell her? I imagine Mom snoring lightly, sleeping deeply, not needing to wait up for me anymore because her vision of my future will be clear on TV because I'd finally been discovered. No money, but I'll be here next week, same time. I looked at the young mother with her hair disheveled and wrinkles belying her age. I thought I could find some ways of loving her too, supporting her when I made it, as honest as I could be, being there until our end. Why don't you make some time and tag along? Don't be stupid, kid. Dad, hey Dad, the girl interjected. I just saw Grandpa in the stars waiting for you. Esme's up there too. A sweet comment. A silly one. I walked away, swaddled in my jacket, hearing the mother and the daughter laughing. Eventually this would all become natural, as if I'd been her father all along. The thinking, all that thinking, it stopped. Things are better this way. For the girl. For me.